Actually, I'll do another one. It's fine. Hello, everybody.
Start again.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And we're about to talk about the film Prometheus.
You want to talk about Prometheus?
I want to talk about Prometheus.
What would you like to tell me about Prometheus?
Well, should I tell you what the story is?
Tell me the story originally.
Originally?
I mean, first.
Yeah, so now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's about, it's set before, hang on. It's set before, excuse me. It was set before,
Bless you.
thank you. It was set before Alien. The movie Alien.
Yeah, set before, but not filmed or...
No, I don't think anyone's going to confuse that. Except idiots. Let them be confused. So yeah,
set before Alien.
I don't know what to say, and because I don't want to give spoilers. But an old man sets up a mission. An old Wayland man sets up a mission for some people to go to space because some woman's found some rock cave paintings that looked a bit similar. So they found a star system that could be. So they go to explore it because they think that might be where we will meet our makers. And you know what?
What?
It is.
We do.
Well,
we meet our makers.
We do meet our makers.
Wow.
They do meet their makers. So, yeah, a lot of people kind of slagged this film off when it came out because I think that they wanted it to be the prequel to Alien,
I think
and it
everyone's
wasn't.
Expecting a lot, yeah.
Well, it is a lot of hype, you know. Alien's amazing. Ridley Scott made it. Suddenly you've got Ridley Scott making another Alien movie.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't really an Alien movie. But I think that as far as long-awaited prequels to really good franchises go, this isn't as shitty as Phantom Menace. So look on the bright side. And the first time I watched it...
sequel to Blade Runner.
Well, that's the worry, isn't it? Now that he's shown us how good Prometheus can be, and we've got the Blade Runner one as well, if it happens, which it probably will. But anyway, so yeah, so I saw it and I really liked it the first time. I knew it wasn't as good as Alien. What did you think?
I mean, I'm not, you know, I only watched Alien like in the last few years.
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
you
first
don't love
time.
Alien as much as me.
I've not got the nostalgia for it. So, as much as the film wasn't that interesting, Charlize Theron like running from a big.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, I will say that.
It was just a bit. It was all. I don't know. It felt like a lot about nothing.
I quite like the world building of it. You know, that's one thing that old ridders can do.
Yeah.
You know? In fact, that was the best thing of it to a degree. Oh, and Michael Fassbender's amazing as the robot.
There's two kind of main things about this film that I really enjoyed.
Go on.
Yeah.
Fassbender
David.
as a robot.
Yeah, and the abortion.
Yes, that's a good scene.
Say no more. Say no more.
I would say the biggest annoying. I watched it the first time at the cinema and I thought it was really good to a degree. But then I watched it again last night and I was proper in the mood for it as well. God, it did my head in.
Oh really?
It really wound me up. Like, and I liked the stuff that I liked. So you'd see like the alien world, whatever it is, the Maker's world, and you think, oh, that looks cool. You see the special effects of the rockets, and you think, oh, that looks cool. But then the characters would open their mouths or do things, you'd be like, oh, what? What are you saying?
Why?
Yeah, there's literally a bit where a geologist goes, why? Because they're so stupid.
Right.
They're the stupidest characters I've ever seen in anything ever. They're like I said to you before, they're like the characters from The Room, but somebody's sent them to space. And you're just like, what? I don't know who's stupider, you lot or the people that's hired you to be space explorers.
Yeah.
So you've got the geologist who says, I like rocks, I really love rocks. And you think, oh, this is some Oscar Wilde-like script writing going on here. Then you've got the zoologist or whatever he is who sees the space snake and starts going, oh, hello, little boy. Puts his hand out. If that was a snake on Earth, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
If that was a mysterious, unknown cobra in Africa, you can go, oh, I'll deal with this. I'll stroke it on the chin. Oh, it's bit my arm off. Never mind. Although I did like the effects of what happened. But you just going, yeah, that's like what happens. Look at Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
He pokes things in the face and they kill him. That's what you're doing. So that was annoying, but enjoyable. It was basically like in the first Alien movie, or in Alien, you really like the characters, you know, like Sigourney Weaver and Harry Dean Stanton and Tom Selleck and all, or Skerritt, whatever his name is. Not Tom Selleck, Jesus, imagine. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Go on.
So you were like wanting them to survive, like, oh, don't go down that corridor, don't go down. With this, you're thinking, no, touch it, poke it in the face, really annoy that little snake, that space snake.
Yeah.
So there's those two, and then there's Noomi Rapace, who... There's a bit in Contact, the film Contact, with Jodie Foster, where they almost don't send her into space because there's this like whole courtroom scene about whether they should send an atheist to space because she's an atheist or an agnostic. But most people on Earth have a religion, so if aliens meet us, why should humanity be represented by somebody who doesn't have a belief? I think that Noomi Rapace's character in this is the reason why we shouldn't let religious people go to space, because she's a religious person. Right. She's a scientist, and they like literally say to her at one point, how do you know there are makers or whatever? And she goes, because I choose to believe it. Like, Oh, okay, that's the evidence.
yeah,
Is that you choose to believe it?
That's reason enough for us to all risk our lives.
Yeah. And there's a bit where, like, her boyfriend, who's got the flattest head I've ever seen ever, it's ridiculous. It's like a tank's rolled over it. That's not even a thing in the film. That's just him as a person. He's talking about, like, isn't it great how these things can make life? That's the, the basis of everything, making life. And she goes, I can't make life because I'm barren. And you think, like, oh, God, you're one of them really touchy. You can't say anything in case it's about that.
Yeah.
And also, don't say that in an alien movie. You're going to get pregnant. Oh, actually, that was my favourite bit in the film. Because, in a non-ironic way, there's the bit where she's got the, well, spoiler alert, whatever, the alien inside her. And she's pregnant. And David, is it David? Yeah, goes, you're 3 months pregnant. And she goes, I can't be, I've only, like, got... I was going to get really crude and say I was only impregnated 10 hours ago. And he goes, he says, yes, well, the fetus isn't exactly conventional. Like,
oh, right, really?
Yeah, like
knowing,
like not exactly.
Yeah,
it's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
You've got an alien in your belly.
This is very likely to burst.
Oh yeah, and then obviously there was the bit you were mentioning where something's going like that to crush them all, and everyone's running lengthways. Like, literally at one point, Noomi Rapace falls over and then rolls to the side, and she gets out. It's like, why didn't everyone do that? And then the other problem is Guy Pearce playing an old man who looks like the makeup was just sort of decomposed shit glued to his face, just mouldy crap. And I don't know why they couldn't get an old actor, because it's not like you see him young. And I heard that the reason that Guy Pearce plays the old guy is because there was going to be scenes of him young. And so they wanted to have him, be old. But before they decided to do that, they were thinking about hiring Max von Sydow to play the old guy. I don't know, amazing. I love Max von Sydow. Why can't we just have him play the old guy? Even if you have Guy Pearce play the young version, I believe that Guy Pearce could age into Max von Sydow. Or Max von Sydow has looked the same since the fucking Exorcist. Have him play the young version of himself. He doesn't age. It's fine.
That's true.
I mean, that's another example. In The Exorcist, he had aging makeup, Max von Sydow, so he looked older. That was, what, 1970 something? That is better than the Guy Pearce where they've just cobbled crap to his face.
It's really
There's
bad.
even a bit where they have a close-up of Guy Pearce's old man foot, which is clearly an old man's foot. Use that old man. I don't know who he is, but he can play him.
He's an actual old man.
Yeah. Whoever that old man is, just have him play the part. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's Ridley Scott. He's knocking on now. Full cameo. So I thought it was really annoying, those characters. Idris Elba was okay. I like the world building, and I think overall, although they were really winding me up, I did still like the film.
You still wanted them to succeed?
No, I wanted them to die. I just liked the film. I liked watching them die.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Right.
Right. So yeah, and I didn't mind those big white things.
Isn't it funny how, like, you'll watch films and you'll want, like, the main kind of character to kind of succeed and kill all the bad guys?
Yeah.
But you'll watch a film where you want all the people who you are interested in to die.
Well, I think the point of the film is for me to want them to live. It's a failure of the film that I'm just going, oh, just die already, you idiot.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you just, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think the film is, like, setting up as, like, a thing like, he's gonna die. It's like, they're trying to give us reasons for these people to live.
Yeah.
But they're so stupid, I don't want them to.
Yeah. So what else do you think was bad about it?
What was bad about it?
About the film, in general?
I don't know. I think it's just the character. I mean, it's that it doesn't live up to the hype of Alien, and the characters are massively stupid.
Well, what would you have done differently?
Not have those characters and make it a proper sequel to Alien.
Right.
I think in the original script, it was more directly linked to Alien, and the original script sounds amazing. And then Ridder's got the idea in his mind that he'd make an original film, but still kind of tie it in. And then that Damon Lindelof, is that how you pronounce it, got involved in the script? I don't know how he changed it, so I don't want to start slagging him off, but he tends to be involved in loads of things that are crap. Right. And he tends to get the blame on the internet. So, like, he wrote, Lost and Star Trek Into Darkness, where they just, redid Wrath of Khan badly.
Why do people, like, get rehired? It's like, there's plenty of talent out there.
Well, those films make money. And to be fair, like, I think he wrote Tomorrowland, which looks amazing, so who knows, So that was it, really. I don't think Prometheus is as bad as everyone says, but I don't think it's as good as I remembered.
Right. Yeah. You wouldn't recast anybody, or just...
Well, there was a bit with, like, Noomi Rapace where she was clearly doing an English accent, and I just thought, why can't she just speak in English with her natural accent? Because she could be cast from, like, it could be like an intergalactic mission from a global scale.
Yeah.
But no, they can only Americans are going to, or Americans or English people are going to this new world.
Strange.
I mean, it had had a message or a theme behind it about creators and meeting your maker. Because obviously David was made by humans, and Guy Pearce wants extra life, which is kind of Blade Runner. Guy Pearce wants an extra life. That's what Blade Runner's about. Yeah, maybe that's why he's doing the Blade Runner sequel, because halfway through making this film, he got pangs to go sort of relive all those themes.
Yeah, maybe.
Even though he's not directing it, supposedly, which might not be a bad thing. Anyway, so yeah, that's Prometheus. It was what it was.
Yeah, watch it if you really, 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 really want to.
I think most people have seen it by now, haven't they?
Do you reckon?
Most people who are going to see it. Unless
it
they've
had
not been
so
born
much
yet.
hype before it, and like
that's
everybody went to the cinema to watch it and stuff, and everyone was just disappointed.
I wasn't at the time.
Most people were disappointed.
Okay, well, I'll agree with that. Anyway, anything else to say?
Bye.